Hello, my name is Dawn Summers with New Dawn Yoga Therapy, and I'm here with my student Erin, who is going to talk with me about what yoga therapy is and what private yoga lessons are.
And I've been coming to see Dawn for several years after I hurt my back, and she's been instrumental in my recovery. So Dawn, why do yoga?
Yoga is good, essential, basic maintenance for the body, and also for clearing your mind and relaxing your whole nervous system. When you do a yoga practice regularly, it just resets all your systems, especially your nervous system. It also strengthens and stretches the muscles, and it's a basic maintenance function that we should all do consistently. Like we seem to have mastered grooming, more or less. At least we do it for a half hour to an hour each day. And dental hygiene is something we've incorporated, flossing and brushing. And we need to do the same thing for our spine and our nervous system. So a good yoga practice, a consistent yoga practice, is basic life maintenance.
Yeah, I really like that analogy. That's great. So can you describe the private yoga lessons?
Well, it's most important that we all have a personal yoga practice that's developed by a skilled teacher in private yoga sessions. Everybody is different, so there's no one yoga practice that's best for you. It should be something that you can do anywhere, anytime, without special props or complicated equipment or even special clothes. You can just do it in regular clothes or sweatpants. And it's important to cultivate independence so that you're not reliant on a class, so that you can travel anywhere, be anywhere, and have your practice. And also, if you have a spiritual orientation, you can link this personal, physical, body-mind practice with your spiritual orientation and include with it meditation or scripture reading or prayer, so that it's a complete wellness practice for your whole system.
And how do you personalize each session?
Well, I talk to the person about their lifestyle and their particular physiological issues, and I make the practice something that's short and appropriate to their schedule. Like if they're a morning person or they have time in the morning, that's when a good time to do the yoga. If they're not a morning person, then we would adapt the type of class to be something they could do after work or before bed. And the yoga is adapted to the ability when you start. So we start with your ability where you are and your time frame, and we evolve the practice as you get stronger or more supple. We start where you are and we develop from there.
So what sets you apart from other yoga teachers?
I have 25 years experience, over 25 years experience teaching yoga. And, you know, there's not a universal standard for yoga teachers. Some yoga teachers, they go for a weekend workshop and then they hang out their shingle that they're a yoga teacher. So I always say, buyer beware. You should research the yoga teacher's experience and background and credentials. There's a lot of injuries happening out there in the yoga world because not all yoga teachers have the same training. Also, I train yoga teachers, and I've studied a lot of different styles of yoga, and I've found this method that I teach, Viniyoga, to be the most refined and accessible and adaptable to everybody. So it's a very skillful and sophisticated technique that I've learned and that I can apply to any person. I just had an 85-year-old this week, and so she started her yoga to help her with breathing. And of course there's a way that she can do yoga too.
Wow, that sounds really great. So where do you offer your lessons?
I offer private lessons in my San Francisco studio, which is near Golden Gate Park, and I also offer private lessons in my home studio in Pacifica.
And do you offer group classes as well?
I do. I have classes in San Francisco and Pacifica and some other locations as well at times. Classes are a good supplement to your foundation, which is your personal practice. Classes are a nice way to be with a group, to be inspired and motivated to go deeper in your practice or explore new things. But it really should be a supplement to a consistent and personal practice that you do on your own, so that you're not dependent on classes, and so that you really have your own way of tuning in and nurturing and soothing yourself that you can do regularly.
Yes, I've really found that it's great to do both individual and also the classes. And can I ask you about retreats? Do you offer retreats?
I offer retreats in the Bay Area, and I'm also offering retreats now in Europe. I also want to say one more thing about classes. Every class that I teach is designed in the moment according to the students who have arrived there. I have them check in and say what their condition is and what their needs are, and then I develop the class out of that group and for that group of people. So they're all unique and different.
And do you offer teacher training programs?
I do. I've trained many yoga teachers in my programs, and I'm also in the teacher training coordinator for my teacher, Gary Crafso, the American Viniyoga Institute. And the trainings are in Watsonville. My trainings are in Pacifica. And if you're interested in teacher training, you begin with my wellness program, which is workshops about back care, and my general classes, philosophy classes. And then if you're interested, you can pursue the deepening studies that lead you to become a yoga teacher.
Oh, that sounds great, Dawn. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Erin.